Action.
These are the tools that you're going to be needing: a 1024 tap with possibly the drill bit, or with the drill bit, 1/4-inch drill bit, 1/2-inch wrench, crescent wrench, a 7/64 Allen wrench, and it should be this one, which is a 3/16 T-handle, and that should be it. But get yourself a combination just in case. You'll need a big one for the side one. So this is 3/8 T-handle. So again, good complete set. That way you have everything that you need. Okay, once you get your camera, the cable should be cut, that screw should be removed, and this lower plate should be removed. If it's not, use that special L tool, hex Allen or Torx wrench I gave you. Take off the tube and remove it. Remove any sticker that you have and throw it away. And then now we're going to go ahead and disassemble the camera. We're going to remove these 4 rubber stops. I don't have any fingernails left working. Just pry them out. Discard. Take a Phillips screwdriver and unscrew the 4 back screws. You might want to get a working mat so when you turn it over and dump the screws out, it doesn't go everywhere. You should have 4 screws. Set them to the side. Now, opening your camera up, you have to take your fingernail and lift up the brown flap like so. This releases your ribbon cable. Take your 2 fingers, thumb and index, and wiggle this connector loose like so. Set this portion to the side. Now we'll work on the inner portion here. Take your Phillips screwdriver, go underneath all the wires, hold this down here and lift. That disconnects this connector. Push this to the side. Now we're going to remove the 2 screws here and here. Using your thumb and index and your middle finger, grab around here, here, and here, and wiggle. This removes this connector from here. Remove 3 more screws, here, here, and here. Remove the bottom board by lifting on your cable and on your ribbon cable gently. On the back of this board here, your bottom board, you have your heat sink tape. This must be with the board. It must be reassembled with the board. Okay, now this we're going to drill out using your 1/4 inch drill bit and a drill. Yes, I can do it right here. So you're going to come in from the inside. This comes off, throw away. Okay, here's your hole. Okay. You take your ribbon, your cable. I always bend it to the, but this is the first one. Place it in the hole. Pull it through. Just about fits just right. Okay. Bottom of your camera. Place your cable to the bottom right, like so. Reinsert your bottom board with the heatsink tape on this. Rotation, orientation is to your connector here to the bottom here. And it's also pinned here, like so. And pin there. Using your screwdriver, hopefully it's magnetic. Reassemble by screwing down your 3 bottom screws. Now place your top board this way where your connector goes here. Gently press down, and if it is correct, your hole should line up here and here. Go ahead and attach your cable, being the red wire towards your left or bottom. So press firmly. Move your wires to the side and down. Next, screw your 2 screws to hold the board down. Sometimes that happens. Like so. Now reinstall the top, which should be this kind. Orientate your ribbon cable connector to your left or in front. Take your ribbon and gently slide it in. Like so. Take your fingernail and push down. Locks in that ribbon cable. Take your black wire and its connector with the contacts facing away, and it's keyed, so it should fit right in there. Come on. There. Like so. Close it, and you've got, it's keyed here on this button here, so it should go that hole right there. Go. Reinstall your 4 enclosure screws. And your camera's done. Okay. Like so. Alright. Now we're going to put your camera ring. Key on the bottom. Goes to the bottom. Squeeze it on. Wiggle it. Your stopping mark's going to be just on the other side of that circle, like so. On this side will be the B. And you're good. Okay. Don't worry if it's offset. Okay. Between here and here, you're fine. It doesn't move. Okay. Set the camera aside. Let's go to your housing. Unscrew your housing. Make sure you have your O-ring here. Go ahead and take it off. Put it on top like so. Now, your camera cable has to go in here just right. Like so. You just have to wiggle it in there. It pops through. Go ahead and send your second cable through. Gently pull on the cable. Orientate this to the bottom here. Line it between here and here to make sure it's centered. Like so. Okay. Now, take your 1024 drill bit and tap. And we have one set screw. Place your drill bit. In your drill. I'm going to come down about 3 threads. I'm going to try to get it 90 degrees to the camera or to the housing. Okay, this is the PVC. Okay, so the next stop is going to be hitting the camera. All you're going to do is just gently touch it. So slow down. That should be enough. Let me double check. That's good. Let's wipe this away. Okay, now we're going to do the tap. 1024 tap. Place that in the drill. Do this very gently, nice and slow. If it gets stuck, go in reverse. If not, if it really gets stuck, go forward and lock your bit in again. Your tap. Back and forth. Clean it. And try it again. Okay. Take your rag, clean it. Take your set screw using your 764. Oh, take that. That's wrong. It's the smaller one, which is, I can't read this thing, 332. Slowly screw it in. Back it up. If it doesn't feel like you went through, back it up, go forward, back it up. If it really doesn't feel like you went all the way through, redo it. Drill's not locking up on this thing. Not all the way through yet. Through now. Wipe it. Reinsert the set screw. Okay, now very carefully make sure you put your set screw lower than the threads. You can only go so far because it's going to start hitting your camera case. But make sure you are below your threads. And that's it for that. Remove your plastic. If you have a clean cloth, make sure there's no smudges on your lens, and there is on this one, so just hit it gently. A lens cloth would be good for this. Place your O-ring back on. Take your cover. Sometimes these lids go on easy, sometimes they don't, so just need to crank on it. Okay, that's about as far as you're going to get this one. A little bit more. Okay, then we set the screw with that 764. This one, 764. So just set screw. And basically you're done with the camera. And again, from the top of here to the top of your camera, you want to see it's fairly straight or level from side to side. Notice the camera is at the bottom lip of your lens. But if you've got it down this far, it should be good to go. So we'll set that aside and then do the trunnion. This trunnion's already made, so basically you're going to have your bolts here, washer, and your nylocks. You'll have your hex screw 1/4x20 with a washer on each side. Don't forget to drill your wall mount bracket with and tap it. And I can take this one apart. This is your 14 1/4x20 hole that you have to tap it out. If it's too rough with the tap, try drilling it first and then tapping it. Just go one size up, and you should be able to get that tap in there. Sometimes the powder coating really stops your tap. Also, when you use your tap, use some tapping oil or machine oil, just something just to lubricate it. If it gets tight, just go back and forth with your tap and you'll eventually go through. And then for reassembly, take your washer, your bolt, both sides. Nylock. Also, your washer, two sides to washer. Shiny side always out, dull side always in. So you place your washer, sunny side out, like so. Same thing with this one here. Your washer, the shiny side out compared to the flat side. Take your 1/4x20. So. crescent wrench, pull the nut. Torque your bolt down. Oh, that won't work. So it doesn't flex. Again, your shiny washers are up, or if not, the roundness. This is actually beveled round. That's going to compare it to being flat on this side. Take your trunnion. Next is to mount the trunnion to the back of your camera or your housing. So we're taking your 1032 by 1.25 inch washer, nut for the back side. Place it here. Again, be careful your washer. Flat, shiny side out. Go ahead and just start your nut right there. Go ahead and get your next set. Flat, shiny out. Now I'm using a 3/8, which is a little bit easier to get to. Also, you may want to get the regular straight Allen tools, or a little pocket one like this, which has multiple Allen wrenches in it. And we'll turn this a little bit easier than trying to use one of these. You always hit the side. You can always turn it and lock it down. Go back over to this side. Same thing. And you want to use the backside wrench to torque it down. Whatever's easiest for you to do. And you're done. One complete camera, but always take your 3/8 T-handle, and we're going to tighten this screw up. It's not going to go much, but half a turn maybe, and you're done. Again, make sure that your set screw is set. Your washers are shiny side out. You've got two washers, one washer on this, since we don't have a nut on the back side. And that's your 6mm camera. Word of caution: if you do get the red label, be careful not to bend it up. It will flex when you twist and you pull it up, and it's no good. Depending on how many cameras you built for an order, they all have to look the same. So if you have any problems, give us a call. We'd be glad to help you out. Myself or Nick will help you out on cameras. And that's it.